Welcome to the Sunrise Daybreakers morning edition of Live with Nature. I welcome you. Thank you for joining me this morning. We are talking about the mind today, the subconscious versus the conscious mind. Are you in a conscious state of being right now? Well, of course we are. Our conscious awareness starts with what's going on around us. So I want to talk on Empowerment Tuesday about the conscious mind. And I'm going to explain what I've learned about the conscious mind, about thinking, about empowerment, about making a difference in our own lives so that we can actually enjoy ourselves and make the best of life. That's what it is about for me. It's about learning and growing on a constant basis so that I can improve myself and become a better person. Now, empowerment. I've got some notes, and I'm sitting down, and we'll go out front here in a moment, and we'll watch the sun coming up, because that's what this broadcast is all about as well. A connection to nature. Well, this morning is about the nature of people and empowerment, and the sunrise coming up, welcoming in a brand new day, making that connection to nature, making a connection to source. We'll have a meditation opportunity, and then we'll also have a prayer at the end. And then I'll also shout out all the viewers. I want to say, Chase Clark, welcome this morning. I appreciate you taking time to come and join me. Okay, so we're talking about empowerment. We're talking about the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. And I'm going to be referring to some information that I learned from Dr. Bruce Lipton, a PhD. Very dynamic guy. He actually supports the theory that genes expression can be influenced by our environmental factors. And I think we've all heard that statement, we're a product of our environment. And, for a long time I thought, that's just not true. I'm a product of my own thinking. But I didn't even understand that well. And so what I found is this. Yes, in fact, we are a product of our environment. Now, he also, and I'm going to be talking about the honeymoon effect, talks about the honeymoon effect and how that plays a part in our life and how that tends to wear off, and it doesn't last forever, that honeymoon period of, everything's great, we have a lot of energy, we're motivated, we want to wake up every morning and we want to say, I'm so glad that I'm alive and that I've got a new day and I'm excited about it. That happens with a lot of situations that we experience in our life. But then it never seems to really last for very long. And I'm going to explain today why that can happen. Now, that doesn't mean that is everybody. That just means that it's some people. But I want to say this. I want to say about Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a pretty dynamic guy. Let me just see here. He is an American developmental biologist, okay? He deals with genes, he deals with the body, and he deals with how the things that we do and that we think affect our life. And they affect it in a very profound manner, okay? I'm going to read the meaning of empowerment, by the way, okay? And empowerment is giving authority or power to someone or something. And it's a process of becoming stronger and more confident in the things that we do, and especially in taking control of one's own life and, the rights that we use. What I can say is that the conscious mind is the awareness mind. There's several levels of conscious awareness. Let me just start by saying the conscious mind is creative, okay? So we create things with our mind, with our conscious mind. It can be influenced. It's going to be the here and the now for us. It's going to be allowing us to be able to hear things and enjoy stuff. But what I found is this, is that the things that we learn in a conscious state of awareness are not the things that really run our lives. What they found, a scientific basis, is this, that we only use 5% of our conscious mind on a regular daily basis. And that 95% of what we're doing is utilizing our subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the tapes that we play. The subconscious mind doesn't have any respect to a reality. It doesn't know what's real or what's not real. All it knows is what it knows, and it's the tape. And what we did is, as a young child, up to about 7 years old, we learned these behaviors that we do today. And it became our basis for our conscious thinking. So up until about 7, you are living, what did he say, in a state of, see, I'm learning too, and that's what I try and do, is learn. That we're learning in a theta consciousness, okay? And theta consciousness is actually imagination. And theta consciousness is, theta actually stands, it's the 8th letter of the Greek alphabet, by the way. But it's awareness by hypnosis. So the things that we are experiencing as a young child are becoming the tapes in our brains, and it becomes our belief system. It becomes our values. It becomes how we decide what is acceptable to us and what is not acceptable to us. So knowing that the creative mind is conscious and it learns from input that it receives, like reading books, lectures, various experiences, interactions with other people. It can even be those like aha moments, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that until right now. Well, that's the conscious mind thinking, okay? So what they found is this, is that you can actually change your thinking, and you can change your thinking when you're in that theta state. The theta state is the learning process for the subconscious. So there's like 2 different opportunities, and actually another third one that I'll talk about, that will allow you to change your thinking. And that's when you're waking up, okay? And when you're waking up, you're in what they call the twilight reverie stage, okay? And then that leads to the theta stage, and that's the imagination part. That's the part that we can program into our mind. That happens in the mornings when we're first waking up. It also happens in the evenings when we're going to sleep, okay? And so these are 2 opportunistic times for us to take advantage of trying to put good stuff into our brains. I just want to be more on a personal level here. What I realized, and it's been a long growing process, it really has, is that a lot of the things that I thought were the truth were not the truth. Well, that was because it was coming from my subconscious. Now, I haven't sat down and examined, why did this happen? Or why did I get that input? But when I realized that many things I thought, if I looked at it from actually the exact opposite, 180 degrees on the other side of the street, and looked back at it, they were wrong. And so for a long time, I've been working on changing my thinking. And the only way that we can change our thinking is by putting in new information in these beta states, or theta states, or by repetition, by consistency, by saying the same thing to ourselves over and over and over again. And this is where positive affirmation comes in. Yesterday was Affirmation Monday for me. And so I do the positive affirmations to reinforce my I am statements, to confirm and affirm the things that I am, the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And I've been doing them for a very long time. In some cases, I'm going to say these affirmations forever. because I am reprogramming my mind. And so what I had to do is learn to release the negative stuff and replace it with new that was positive. And so we can do that in a number of ways. And I don't have them right here handy. But what I want to tell you is that we do have a website. And I'm going to have that information because that website's going to be a resource for things just like this. To be able to go and look at information that can help to give you the resources that you need to be able to make a difference in your life in a positive manner. And that is venturesforsuccess.com. Now, we're just in the beginning stages of getting it put all together. It is there. It's in the trial period. So we're working through that. And we appreciate if you go and take a look and let us know what you think. Give us some feedback. But that's going to be a resource. It's going to be a resource for a whole lot of stuff. So I was saying, you know, as we wake up, this twilight revelry stage, or the theta stage, the imagination stage, is where we can start doing this. There's another third way, and that third opportunity for us is super learning. Okay, super learning is, and that's where I'm going to put some information out there for you so that you can have it on the website, is things, if you can relate to, you know, you've seen speed readers and things like that, and they're with their finger, they're reading right down, and they're reading an entire page in a very short period of time. There are some techniques that we can use that will help you be able to do those things, and I'll get those out for you. So just be patient with me on that part of it. So I've got notes, I do, and I just want to make sure that I cover this stuff. So it's also referred, the third way is belief change modalities. So we're going to look at those belief change modalities, and we can use those as well to put new, good, positive information into our minds to help us achieve the things that we want to achieve. That's energy psychology, by the way, and it opens to a state of super learning. And so that's another way as well. It's about being habitual, okay? That's what I have said with my Affirmation Mondays, about being repetitive and consistent. You can do it with affirmation, but you have to be very determined and committed to doing it on a daily basis and saying it to yourself over and over and over and over again. And when you continue to say that, you're going to tell the subconscious mind that doesn't think for itself. It in fact is a tape recorder, and it just does playback. Okay? Like I said, it doesn't know the difference between the reality and not reality. It knows what it knows because it was trained and took that information in when we were young. So now as adults, if you're an adult, then now we have an opportunity, if we are unhappy in our conscious state of being with situations in our life, those are the things that we want to focus upon and work on changing. So what that takes is writing it down. It takes writing down the things that we are not happy with in our life and identifying them, okay? And when we identify those things, it's going to then allow us to work towards changing those things. So the things that you want for yourself to come to fruition or to be a part of your life are the programs that we need to have in our subconscious mind. I talked earlier about the honeymoon effect. The goal here for myself, as well as anybody else that's willing to do this, is to live life on a constant basis in that honeymoon effect. Loving life, being grateful for life, knowing that we're enjoying every moment that we possibly can. And there's really no time like the present, and so I want you to take action, because that's what it does. I mean, a thought is just a thought. And particularly a conscious thought is, okay, awareness, but that doesn't rule our life. The subconscious runs our life. So we need, if we're unhappy with something, to change it. To change it is going to take repetition. It's going to take doing it at times like when you wake up and when you go to bed. You can listen to tapes. You can say affirmations. You can look into these other new modalities that we'll have on this website for you, okay? So I said identify your struggles, because those are the tapes that we want to change. So life really is an expression of, it's an expression of what we think from our subconscious, okay? And it is a tape recorder, that subconscious, and it doesn't know, like I said, what's real or not real. So when I was talking earlier about putting information like listening to tapes when you wake up or going to bed, that's self-hypnosis. And the affirmations, self-hypnosis, yes. Because under hypnosis, that theta state of consciousness, we can change things. Now, what you have to believe, if you're not there already with this stuff, and none of us are when we start, to release the negative thinking. Oh, this is impossible. I'm not going to do that. Because then, I assure you, when you're repeating that, if you're repeating that kind of statements to yourself on a regular basis, that's programming that subconscious, which is going to be what comes out. Okay? The old saying, what you think is what you get. Very, very true statement. So I see it's getting lighter. I should have started a little bit earlier. I'll try and wrap this up then. So the bottom line for us today is about empowerment. It's about empowering ourselves to take action, to identify the things that we don't like about our life, and then take the steps to overcome those situations and make it better. I don't believe it's very much fun being unhappy. I know that I wasn't having fun being unhappy. As a matter of fact, I just really personally didn't even want to be here to experience it. So I can say today, because of the things that I've been doing, because of my affirmations, and by the way, the first thing I do is wake up and thank God, or if you don't believe in my God, thank the universe for us being alive, right? And when you start doing that over and over and over again, guess what? You're going to wake up in this honeymoon effect going, I love life. It's so great. I'm so glad to be alive. I can't wait for today and what I get to experience and what I get to do. Okay? And you can do whatever you choose. In an infinite universe, there's an infinite possibility of answers. It can either be good for you or it can be negative for you. So you have to make that choice of what way you want to live your life, how you want to experience it. And I can assure you, because every day I wake up and I'm happy, and I started out with gratitude, and I started out with positivity and putting good information into my brain. Anybody that's watched my videos knows that's what I do. It's a routine to thank God, or if you don't believe my God, thank the universe for being alive. Ask it to help you be a better person today. And then put information as you're waking up. Positive information. I go to YouTube. There's a plethora of information on YouTube. You can go to Google. Google will give you just about anything you want to know too. Put that information in. Then I do these videos. I do the video. And I welcome the brand new day with the sunrise. It's getting bright. It's a beautiful morning this morning. By the way, it's about 75 degrees. It's a nice morning. I just want to say good morning to my granddaughter. Good morning, Harmony. How are you? We're talking about empowerment is what we're talking about, honey.
Morning.
This is my granddaughter. Thanks for coming out here, Harmony.
I got a haircut. This is it without the hat on.
She empowered herself to get a haircut that she wanted.
Peace.
Hey, you have yourself a great day here. You getting ready? I am. I'm working on it. You bet. I've been working on it. Awesome. Yeah. like this, right? And I love you too.
And then
I
you can also
appreciate
hit the
everybody
wall.
that takes time to come and join me so very, very much.
Hits the wall.
Hmm?
You can hit the wall too.
Well, I don't want to. I hit the wall. I broke through the wall. That's the whole
No,
point.
the whoa.
The wall?
It's the whoa.
The whoa. Oh, hit the whoa. Okay.
You can do this.
I was thinking she said wall. So yeah, sometimes we do hit walls in our life. And that's what we're talking about this morning, though, is this empowerment. To empower ourselves in the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind. And if you're just joining us, go back and take a look at this. Take a look at the beginning of this. I'm going to get this up onto YouTube as well. I think that this is a really good, important message. And, you know, this is how the universe works for me, is that I knew that I was getting up and that it was Empowerment Tuesday. And I was going to talk about empowerment. Now, generally speaking, I just let it come to me and then go. I don't normally write down notes like I did this morning. 3 pages of notes. Watching a video that, of course, the universe brought to me with Dr. Bruce Lipton, talking about the subconscious and the conscious mind and how we can change our thinking. Because, of course, I was talking about it last night too. So I talk about it all the time in my videos, and I just want you to know that we will have resources for you too. Particularly, and you know, I'm learning, just like maybe some of you are learning here, super learning. Super learning is the third way to learn things and to retrain our subconscious. And so we will have on our website, that's venturesforsuccess.com, resources for you to go to find out about those modalities to help you make a difference in your life. A positive difference. That's what I want for you, is a positive difference, okay? So let me make sure. Okay, so here, if you want the honeymoon effect in your life, you want to enjoy life, you want to wake up going, I love life. Start with gratitude, like I said. You got to start with the gratitude. Okay? And then you start putting the good information, the positive information, the things that are appropriate to your particular situation that can help you reprogram and retape your mind. And then you go about your day. And I set the stage for your day. Okay? But if you want that honeymoon effect on a daily basis, not just for a little while and then it wears off and it's like, oh, well, God, it was so much more fun back then than now. Well, then you're going to want to listen to this video, and you're going to want to listen to it many times. And you're going to want to apply the information that I have just shared with you. You're going to want to go to the website. You're going to want to look at the resources for the super learning and get information and expand your mind and get to yourself to a point where you're achieving your dreams and goals on a daily, consistent basis and living life in a honeymoon effect. Loving life, having the energy to want to do stuff. Because I know it's all about our thinking. And when you can get your subconscious mind in total agreement with your conscious mind, then you're going to have that honeymoon effect. Plain and simple. Okay. So that's what I've got. We can create heaven on earth. I've been there before. Many of us have. Are you ready to create your heaven on earth? Now, I believe in the heaven that after I die here too. But you know, it's nice to enjoy life and have a heaven on earth as well. And we can do that. And what it just simply takes is action. So I'm asking you to take action. I'm asking you if you have any questions or concerns or whatever you're thinking there and you want help, reach out to us, okay? I'm just me. I don't know everything, but I'll try and find out. How's that? Or I'll put you to the people that can help you with this specific situation that have much more experience than I do. That's what we do at Success for Ventures. Ventures for Success. I haven't trained my subconscious mind on that name yet. It's such a great name. Ventures for Success. Are you venturing for success? Then you can join us. All right? That's venturesforsuccess.com. All right, so I tell you what, it's exciting. If you're listening now, I got bathrobe moments with Lauren Harris this morning too, by the way. That's going to be at 9 o'clock Central. I know, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. I'm going to be sharing the rest of my story. You want to get to know a little bit more about me? We're picking it up. This is part 2. Okay? This is, as Paul Harvey says, the rest of the story. Okay, so we'll be doing that at 9 o'clock this morning. Tomorrow is Mental Health Wednesday. Please join me and Adam Shelton. Okay, we're going to be talking about mental health and hopefully being able to help some people. If you're struggling with mental health issues, this is an opportunity to learn something. I'm hoping to have some other super dynamic guests in the following weeks, by the way, on the Mental Health Wednesdays. Tune in for that. It's going to be right around 6 o'clock in the mornings, Eastern time, now that the time has changed. Thursday, Thankful Thursdays. We've got Love Fridays. Who doesn't love Friday? And that's all starting about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's also welcoming in a brand new day. It's a connection to nature, connection to source, connection to the oneness here. Because together, we shine a bright light, plain and simple. Let's just shine that light, and together we'll shine it so bright, we'll change lives. We'll change lives for the better. Doesn't that sound like a great idea? So, Thursday night, Jamie with Get the Best from Today will be with me on my Get to Know. That's going to be 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Friday, Manny Laverty. Let's welcome Manny Laverty. He is part of our executive crew for Live with Nature and Ventures for Success. So those are the announcements. Let's go out and take a look at the sun coming up, because I know I talked for a little while. I wanted to just, I'll go ahead and say, Ruben Lowing, thank you. Thank you. It is about defining our purpose, is what I was talking about here this morning on Empowerment Tuesday. We want to define our purpose. That's where I said, remember, write down the things you don't like about your life right now. Write them down. And then you can start working on changing it. Because if it's this, and you want this, so you write down what you don't like, and then you write down what you do want, and then you start, like I said, with the affirmations. That's a great way to do it. First thing in the morning, last thing at night, put this information into our brains in that theta consciousness state. Retrain our brains. Let's get to the honeymoon effect, because I love life. And I want you to love life too. All right, Linda Carroll, thank you for joining. Ruben Lowing, it is about defining our purpose. That is correct. Pina Masi, thank you so much for joining this morning. We have other viewers here as well. Let's see, Sani, our super fan Sani, also part of our executive crew. I will just right now, because it's kind of a different format this morning. That's fine. We'll go out here in a moment and see the sun. Coming up, it's kind of cloudy as well, though. But Richard, he is our artistic champion, and I've done an interview with him in the past to get to know. We'll do another one, because he's such a dynamic guy, and he's helped so many people. Because you know what? He's a high-functioning autistic, and he overcame obstacles. He broke through the barriers of not wanting to be around people and talking to people and just kind of isolating. And he is out there. He's also an author, and he's got a great book, and he's involved with great people. So these are the kinds of things, these are the kinds of resources that I have that I want to share with you as well. And he'll hopefully be back soon with us on the Mental Health Wednesday. So he says he's having a rough time right now. Surrender all the things that aren't controllable. That's correct, Richard. If we can't control it, why the heck are we hanging on to it, right? He surrendered his will to deal with those. So I think he's talking about God. I know he believes in God or a higher power, so that he will take care of everything, and then he can control himself. And you know what? When we turn over our concerns to our higher power, all of a sudden a burden is lifted from us, and we can do better. I'm here to tell you, because I'm living proof of it. Manny Laverty, welcome, thank you. Remember, Friday night, 7:30, meet Manny. He's a wonderful guy. Robert Foster, Sylvia Cohn, Karina, thank you for joining. Betty Christmas, thank you so very much. Victoria McGregor Reed as well. Adam Shelton, our dyspraxic champion, will be with us tomorrow morning. Please join us at about 6 or 6:10 a.m. think I need to start a little bit earlier, so I'm getting adjusted to the time change here. Anthea, I know Anthea as well. She's in the UK. She is a published author as well. Very, very dynamic person. Met her in my book writing course that I was taking. I want to thank Anthea for taking time to come and join me. Very, very cool, knowledgeable, wise woman. Reach out to everybody here. I think everybody's kind of open. Chase Clark, thank you for joining. I think everybody's open to the friend requests and getting to know people and expanding our network of like-minded people. That's what it's about. It's about getting to know people that agree and think the same way that we do and making our life better and helping other people. It's about helping others. It really is. So let me grab this up. I've been carrying on. I feel like I should unhook. I'm connected. I don't like being connected to the darn thing, but I am. Okay, so, all right. Let me just do this. I'm going to turn this camera around if I can see it. This is where I need glasses, reading glasses. Everything came into focus. Okay, let me flip this around. There we are. So, all right, this is my backyard. We're on a green space here. It's really beautiful. It really is. This is jungle, Florida for sure. There's a little creek right here. This is just overflow. Then there's another one on the other side of that, and then there's a little pond on the other side of that. So there's all kinds of wildlife out here that we get to enjoy as well. Possums, raccoons. I've got a little bird feeder here. It got broken. It's pretty close to the ground, so the squirrels just love that a whole lot. But the birds do too as well. Love to be able to help the birds feed them. So, that's the backyard. So we're going to walk out front here. You can see my collection of aluminum because I'm recycling the aluminum. Oh my goodness. So it's a beautiful morning, another golden skied morning. I'm just going to walk down here. I'm going to try and get this tripod adjusted so that it's up off the ground. So bear with me if it's kind of shaking a little bit. Oh, hold it up, Steve. I'm watching where I'm walking. All right, we're getting there. It's a beautiful morning. We've got about 2-foot swells today. It's going to get up to about 85 degrees. You wouldn't know that it is winter here. It's not winter. It's still fall, correct? Yeah, it's fall. So I'll have a little bit of a quiet time this morning, okay? Maybe not as long as I normally do. I'll go ahead, set the tripod. Nope. Solid ground would be better. All right. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. All righty. So I'm just going to say welcome to everybody that's coming in. I really appreciate the replay viewers as well. Hopefully you stuck with me. It is a beautiful morning. We talked about empowerment. Please go back to the beginning of the video. We're going to have about a 5-minute quiet time now, just an opportunity for meditation. This is an opportunity I always take to repeat my affirmation statements, my I am statements. This is all part of empowering ourselves. So if you're not doing affirmations, reach out. We've got affirmation statements for you. That's our broadcast from yesterday and every Monday. Join us for Affirmation Monday. So I'm going to say my affirmations. I'm going to give it about 5 minutes, as I had said. I'm going to come back then. I'm going to have some closing thoughts. I'm also going to say a prayer. I'll be praying for you, for me, for everybody, actually, that we can manifest these empowerment thoughts that we were talking about earlier. And so now we'll just listen to the birds. We'll watch the sun coming up and have a little bit of a quiet time meditation. Excuse me. Okay, I've just plugged back in here. I've been just kind of saying my affirmations, been just kind of thinking about stuff. Just adjust this a little bit here. So I want to say welcome to everybody, and as well as the replay viewers, for taking time to come and join me this morning. This is Empowerment Tuesday, and so I talked this morning about the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind, how we can actually reprogram our subconscious mind. What we need to do is identify the things that we don't like that's going on in our conscious living, and then work on putting in the new information into our subconscious, which is actually our playback tape, which is our belief system, which is exactly what we operate from. I mentioned this statistic earlier. We only use 5% of our conscious mind to live our life. 95%, this is a scientific fact apparently, 95% of our experiences in life and the perceptions that we have are based upon our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind does not care whether it's real or unreal. We can take the things that are not fun, healthy, or good for us, or unhappy, and change it to happy. Okay? You know what it is? It's about loving ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you taking time. I want you to know that my purpose is to serve other people and to serve them in a manner of positivity, gratitude, and be a resource of information that helps people. And as I grow and I make more connections, I'll have opportunities for people to be able to improve their life. That's what I do. That's what I am paying back now. Okay? I didn't always make good choices in my life, but I've learned from those experiences and changed my life so that I can wake up in the mornings and be grateful and happy and positive. Okay? I am a human being. I can have difficult times and moments just like anybody else, but they just don't last long. In the past, some of these thoughts, regrets, worries, concerns, resentments, angers lasted for decades. Not anymore. It's a beautiful thing. So I do have a higher power, and my higher power is God. If you don't believe in my God, that's fine. I am talking about the universal consciousness. I am talking about the universal mind, the creative thought that is behind everything that is. I call it God. I call Jesus Christ my Savior. In Him I am saved from my sins. He helps me release, well, that is a personal choice, release the past, live in the moment, and look forward to the future, and have eternal life. It tells us in the Bible that He died on the cross for our sins, and that if we believe in Him, we'll have everlasting life. You know, if you don't believe that, that's okay. But there is a common thread in every religion and almost every belief system except atheism, that there's a higher power. We need to trust that higher power to be able to achieve the things that we want to achieve, because we will get the spiritual inspiration to do that stuff. It is very hard, coming from a guy that was living in the woods at one point, because I cost myself pretty much everything and took myself and made myself homeless, to a guy that getting most of what I had back from the standpoint, it's not so much material. I certainly got my happiness. Certainly have a purpose, certainly starting multiple businesses here, along with a regular great day job where I get to transform tubs and tile and myself on a daily basis. It's called transformational change. I wrote about that in my book, Transformational Change. My chapter was Transitional Change in a Journey of Riches, which was released last year. Thank you, dear Lord, for today. Thank you for allowing me to empower myself to talk about empowerment and to learn more about the conscious and subconscious mind, Lord. Allow me to be able to continue to work on myself, and help us all to be able to work on ourselves, that we might be able to empower ourselves to achieve great things and achieve the things that you desire for us to have, like happiness and peace and joy and success and great family relationships and opportunities that just were, even in some cases, beyond our imagination. Lord, I thank you for all that you have given and given back to me and allowed me to learn and grow. I ask that you would be with all of us and help us to learn, to grow, to recognize that we can make a difference in our lives in a positive manner, and by your grace that we can achieve wonderful things. Just be with all of those that might be suffering right now, right here, this moment, all over the world, Lord, whether it is a mental health condition that they're struggling with, whether it's a physical health issue, whether it's the loss of loved ones, whether it's financial issues, relationship issues, or addiction issues, or unhealthy habits that aren't helping us be a better person. Help us to overcome those obstacles in our life, Lord. Help us to break through the barriers that held us back and move forward in a positive manner. Be with all of those that are suffering right now, Lord. Lift them up and make them holy, and make them allowed to be able to enjoy life and resolve the issues that they might be facing. Allow us to recognize that there's no problems in life, Lord. There's only issues that need solutions. Help us to come up with those solutions. And I release these words to the universe who supports these truths and will manifest them in our lives. And I pray in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. I say amen. I say namaste, namaskar. And so it is. Thank you for joining me this morning. I really appreciate it. I know that I ran maybe a few minutes long. Please join me. I will be back at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this morning, and that is going to be on Lauren Harris Bathrobe Moments on Facebook. So this is going to be part 2. Paul Harvey, the rest of the story will be divulged. So we're going to be talking about me. You can get to know me a little bit better. Please join us for that if you can. If you can't, there will be a replay. We'll certainly ask you to go take a look at that replay. We are Ventures for Success. Our goal is to serve other people and our communities. We want you to be a part of this community. Please join us. Go to our website. It is just in the initial beginning development stages. That is venturesforsuccess.com. We have the Arcola blog, which is a blogging of things like what I just talked about this morning. I'm going to put that in writing. It's going to be available, and I'm going to have resources for this super learning concept of changing our thinking, and as well go over the other ways that we can do that, which part of that is affirmations. We have affirmations available for you. Just reach out, let us know. And Thursday night is Get to Know Jamie with Cool Today. And then Friday is Get to Know Manny. And tomorrow morning is Mental Health Wednesdays. Please join us with Adam Chelton. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Reginald Mayberry. Thank you. I appreciate you joining this morning. D. Len, thank you for coming and welcoming in a brand new day here in Sarasota, Florida. Adrian Costa, we appreciate you taking time as well. Michael Alexander also joined us this morning. Tabitha Warris. Chris Greenfield. I haven't seen Chris in a moment. Thank you for joining us there, Chris. You're really awesome. A real motivational and empowerment speaker as well. Linda Carroll. Thank you so very much, Linda. I appreciate your time. Ruben Lowing. Really dynamic guy. Puts out videos on a daily basis. He's a very Christ-centered gentleman. Also a hero, definitely, of our armed forces. We thank him for his serving our country and appreciate the messages that you put out, Ruben. Thank you so very much. Pina Masi says, I was cutting in and out. Well, that's probably going to be your connection. Don't think it's on my end. Ruben Lowing, thank you. Yeah, it was good stuff this morning, so go back if you're just joining us. Richard Fay, I appreciate you as well. Sonny Sue, Manny Laverty, Robert Foster, Sylvia Cohn, thank you. Karina Injekyan. Hopefully I didn't hurt that too bad. I know I can do a problem. I can hurt last names, I can. Betty Christmas, thank you. Victoria McGregor Reed as well. Adam Chelton, Anthea Morphitis, and Chase Clark. We appreciate everybody that took time to come and join us this morning. It is a brand new day. Happy Tuesday to you. Let's make the best of today and just enjoy it. Yeah, that's Jamie's line, not mine. So have a great day. We really want you to do that. Thank you again for joining. I'll let the video roll. The sun's coming up. Let's just have a great day. Let's manifest our dreams and goals. And if you had any questions, feel free to reach out to us. So this is Stephen Smith, And I am signing off from Sarasota, Florida. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. God bless you. See you soon. I'll be on at 9 a.m. Central. Bye for now. Bathrobe Moments, Lauren Harris.